Good afternoon. I'm the Public Relations Specialist with the Topeka Police Department, and we're here today to just provide an update on the officer-involved shooting that took place this morning involving a Kansas Highway Patrol trooper and a Topeka police officer. So please keep in mind, Chief Cochran is going to provide more information, but this is preliminary information as it has been presented to us. So I will hand it over to you.
Thank you. Shortly before 11 o'clock this morning, officer patrolling North Topeka in a residential neighborhood observed a vehicle that was stuck on the ice, stopped to render assistance to that driver. Meanwhile, a Kansas Highway Patrol trooper who had been in the area had tried to stop that vehicle earlier, heard that radio traffic had stopped by. When the trooper went to, and the officer went to take the driver into custody, a scuffle ensued in which another vehicle then pulled up, and the driver of that vehicle attempted to flee, and the two officers were drugged, and during the course of that, and the driver failed to stop, the Kansas Highway Patrol trooper discharged his firearm, striking the driver.
What is the condition of the driver?
This point is still at the hospital, and I'm not fully aware of what the condition is at this point.
There were two women in the car, the initial car. What happened to them? What was their story?
Those women did get into the vehicle that took off and drugged the officers, and at this time we are looking for those individuals.
So you want to find these two women. They're still out there somewhere.
Correct.
Did they know the second driver? Were they acquainted? How did they get into in other words, how did this all come together?
Well, those are details that the investigation will hopefully reveal and all that stuff. It's still a very, very active case. Like I said, the Kansas Highway Patrol trooper was one that discharged his firearm, and Kansas Highway Patrol has asked us to do the investigation at this point.
Do you have a description of either or both of these women that we can put out so that the public can maybe help find them?
Those are things that the investigators are working on at this time.
Were they known to the police department or KHP before? Individuals?
The individuals involved?
Yeah, the women and the women and the man.
Those are things that, like I said, the investigation is still going on, and I don't have that information at this time.
This seems like an unfortunate train of events that could have been avoided very easily, Chief.
Well, anytime there's a loss of life in our community, it's a tragic event, and everybody feels that pain. And so the police department and highway patrol are working with the citizens and everybody in that area to reassure their safety and stuff.
But any idea why the women didn't stop in the first place? Parole violation, no license?
Well, at this time, like I said, we still don't know who they are, and the investigation is still very active, and hopefully we'll get to those answers in a short time.
Is the neighborhood safe?
Yes, at this point, we believe the neighborhood is safe, and nobody's in danger.
At this time, we'll just allow for 2 more questions and then go ahead and wrap this.
Go ahead.
How were they drugged? Were they hanging on? Were they kind of trapped there on that car?
The female attempted to get in the vehicle, and they went to try to stop her. The vehicle takes off, the door kind of closes, so they kind of get trapped and hung up on the vehicle.
And
How far were they dragged?
Approximately a half block.
But he shot while he was still being drugged.
Yes, commands were given for the driver to stop, and then the trooper discharged his firearm.
Do we know what side of the vehicle the police officer and the trooper was on, Chief?
I do not know that at this time.
Okay, thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Any ages, by the way? Young man, old man?
On the suspect?
Yeah.
I'm not aware of that.
We'll hear more later.
Yeah, we'll of course provide
Thanks.
updates on information as it becomes available.
Okay.
So.
But we don't know the condition of the person right now.
I do not know at this time. I know it was transported to the hospital.
Thank you.
All right, there you have the news conference here at the Law Enforcement Center following the incident this morning in North Topeka in which a man was shot while he was apparently dragging 2 officers, one from Kansas Highway Patrol, one from Topeka Police Department. And the man, again, had been shot by the Kansas Highway Patrol troopers. Topeka Police investigating We'll have more information for you later today. Check this out on cjonline.com. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
You asked me.